The fourth pattern that winners have is they have a case-first mentality. Save what you can now, inch back whatever parenting time, do it with what the family courts have in front of you, and once you gain your power there, once you gain stability there, then work on changing the laws. And I want to share a story here really quick just to give you some perspective. So literally every single man that enters into my upper tier group comes in with a high conflict case. There's already problems. These could be false accusations, they could be criminal, they could be tied up in the family courts. They usually have a narcissistic ex attacking them. It's probably a lot of stuff that you can relate with. And it's really common for men to have temporary protective orders placed against them or a temporary restraining order, which is horrible because if it is made permanent, it will really screw up your case. If you have a permanent protective order against your kids in custody, everything just got a whole lot more complicated, a whole lot more expensive, and it's gonna take way longer. And during that time, you're not gonna be able to see your kids. Now, this is actually the same story for 3 guys that came into my community at the exact same time. They had a criminal investigation for false accusations of abusing their kids. This also went into family court, and they had 2 cases at the same time. So a criminal one as well as one in the family courts. Criminal goes beyond a shadow of a doubt, or at least that's the idea of it. Innocent people go to jail all the time, but in criminal, there has to be like really tangible evidence, and it could be easier to disprove. The family courts are way more screwed up because a judge can just err on the side of caution. They can just assume that abuse could have happened. It hasn't been proven that it didn't happen. And if there's still some miss at the end of that temporary orders hearing, it's very easy to get a permanent protective order placed against you, and you don't want this. All 3 of these guys had that to start. Within 3 months, all of them had the criminal charges dropped, and the family court started the process of reunification. No permanent protective orders, and I know this is bad because reunification can take some time. It's really frustrating. Man, it seems like a loss. But then all 3 of these guys at the same time then get moved into standard parenting. What those men did, what they cut out and started doing is exactly what I just shared with you. And so look, the system is not fair. I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. As I said in the beginning, many attorneys, many judges would agree with you on that. And you may not know or understand this yet because you haven't been in the process this long. But so many of the people giving advice on this, especially when it gets into the blame, the hysteria, the courts are unfair, we need to change the laws, let's rally around and get really loud. Those people end up losing tremendous amount of power in their cases, and not because they believe that, but because they stop focusing on the intense demand you need to be able to win custody of your kid. Winners start learning the process. Winners start flipping those negative patterns that we all start out in. Winners surround themselves with winners.